So it's been exactly 1 week since I'd done the experiment, and I'm delighted to say some of the items have sold. So for the people who do not know what I'm talking about here, go and check out this first video before you continue here. This is me talking about whether I can sell items in 7 days. So all of these items I listed up, I picked up actually at the Exmouth car boot sale when I was doing the car boot roadshow. So I picked up all these items, and my plan is to see how many of these I can sell within the 7 days. 12 items in total, and I will give the results very shortly, but I just want to talk about a couple of items where it was a bit of a fail from my point of view. One of the Furbies had battery corrosion. Now, when you're at a car boot sale, it is very difficult to check for things such as battery corrosion because you're in a field and you don't normally carry a screwdriver. But if you can carry a small little Phillips screwdriver or a small little flathead screwdriver, it can go a long way. So I could have actually opened the battery compartment to see whether it's corroded before I made the deal. Anyway, long story short, the Furby does power on. It does light up and move, but there's no sound. So I have still listed it, but we are looking at £5 to £10 for that Furby compared to maybe 20 to 25 for the Furby in question. So it was a bit of a kick in the teeth, but hey, look, sometimes when you buy electricals, this thing happens. Next up, the other item as well where I didn't do my checks correctly were the Dr. Martin boots. Now, a lot of people in the comments said they think they're going to sell first, and I completely see why they would have thought so. But when listing up the item, although the docks weren't in the best condition, they actually had a bit of a tear in the leather. I'll post up the picture here so you can see. So I've listed them up really cheap, but again, they haven't sold, and people might think you're never going to sell the Doc Martens. I would have agreed with you, but surprisingly, a lot of people use them for plant pots. I never knew that until recently. So a lot of people will actually have a pair of Doc Martens in the garden with plants coming out. Not my kind of thing, but just something to be aware when you are outsourcing. I'm not saying to pick up Doc Martens and rips in the leather. Please don't do that. I should have done my checks, but in the heat of the car boot sale, when you're in the field of other people, it's very difficult to stop and do that. So out of the 12 items I listed, 5 sold during the first 7 days, and I'm hoping I'm going to get this order correct. I remember the first item that sold, I remember the last item that sold, so bear with me if it's slightly out of order. I'm going to post up the screenshots I always do to show you exactly what it's gone for. So, first things first, the first item that sold, drum roll please, was one of the Furbies. And it was the Furby, I think they're called Furby Connects, it's the one with the eye mask. And that sold the same day as I listed it. And as I said, all of these items I've listed at market or just under, so I wasn't surprised it sold pretty quick. Next up, one of the other Furbies sold. So it's a Furby Furbalings, I think it's called. One of the small ones, and again, that went pretty quickly. I think the third item that sold was the Lego. Unsurprisingly, Lego's very popular, so even if you find it in a pre-owned condition, some of the sets, if they are retired, sell really well. So again, I accepted an offer on the Lego, I believe, and that sold pretty quick. And then there was a bit of a slow period in between. And the Panasonic Lumix camera, I had actually made a mistake in the listing and actually listed it up under the wrong model code. I don't know how I done this. I probably sold similar off someone else's and wasn't due diligent in my checks. So another lesson for you guys to learn. Check, check, check. Even before you post that draft up or your listing, make sure you triple check your item, because someone could have bought that camera and actually opened up an item not as described case against me. Anyway, long story short, someone had actually messaged me and said you've listed it under the wrong name. Really grateful of that message. The person's obviously searching for that camera, seen my one and helped me out. I changed the name, changed the listing slightly, and the item sold pretty quickly. And I'm going to put up the screenshot here of what it sold for, but it sold for £70 plus the postage. Really happy with that. That was a £3 pickup from the car boot sale. The lady had just put the camera on the table. There was a lot of other, and I assume resellers, all had the IKEA bags around it. No one picked it up, and I know cameras do pretty well. So although I'm going to clothing, 95% clothing, I'm still going to pick up the odd 5% item, and cameras are going to be one of them, along with things such as video games or caps, anything small enough for me to store, pack and post. I'm all for that. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes open for cameras in the field. The next item and the final item that sold was actually this morning. And I'm filming this at lunchtime on Tuesday. The video is going to come out this evening, but this item sold before the challenge ended because I made sure the time was before I started, if that makes sense, a week ago. Anyway, it was a North Face jacket. Now, I was a little bit disappointed when I picked up the North Face jacket and the Ralph Lauren polo because I think I overpaid on them items. Anywho, it has sold, and so that is the 5 items. How do I feel about it? The 5 items selling out of everything. So I thought I would have sold maybe 6, 7, maybe 8 items because I did price the items either at market or just below. And I did have a 20% coupon. And in fact, with the coupon, I upped it to a 30% near the end of the week just to see whether I can give it an extra push. Anyway, 5 out of the 12 items, not too bad. The camera was a real highlight because that camera probably paid for everything I had picked up near enough at the car boot. I mean, one of the Furbies and the camera pays for the whole lot. So really happy with that. But as promised, what I am going to do, and it's not clickbait, I'm going to do a giveaway this Thursday over on my other channel, my live channel, BoldLives. So if you're not subscribed, please go and do so. And you still have time to enter. All you need to do is go back to that original video that I said to you about at the start and write any comment in the comment section. And then what I'm going to do is pick a name out of the hat. So it's going to put all the comments into a selector for me. One name is going to be drawn, and that person is going to be able to choose any of the unsold items available. And I'm going to take them down off the store today to make sure they're all still available. So any of the unsold items, so when you go back and watch the video, you will see what's sold and what's available, and also I'll tell you what's available on the live. You'll be able to have any of them items shipped to you free of charge. You can go for the Doc Martens if you wanted to either repair them or you wanted to use them as the plant pots, as I said. You can go for the Polo Ralph Lauren jacket. It's a really nice jacket. You can go for that one. You can go for any of the Furbies, etc. Or I did have some Nike trainers as well. Any of the items I picked up that were featured in that first video are going to be available for you free of charge. So it's free to enter. Go back, please like, comment on that video. And if you can share the video, if you can promote it on your own Instagram, see if we can get more people involved in the competition, that'd be great. A bit of fun. But that is going to be this Thursday, and we start at 6 PM on BoldLives. I've actually got Luke Warders-Clobber coming on for a live chat. And what we'll do during that live chat, it might be at the start, it might be in the middle, it might be at the end, wherever we get us some time, we will draw the winner. And then, as I said, the winner can get in touch with me and I will ship the item to you. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know whether you think that's a good sell-through rate to have 12 items listed and 5 sell within a week. I'm a little bit disappointed. Maybe 6 would have been good. I know it's only 1 more item. We did have an item that did sell that wasn't paid for, so that kind of took it off for 4 days, but you can't count it. A sale is not a sale until the person pays. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. I will see you on the live on Thursday. Make sure you go back to the video, the first video to comment, not this one, the first video to comment to enter for the draw. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.